Okay, I want to begin this video. Let me go ahead and get the PowerPoint started. Okay, this is going to be on Intro to the Book of Psalms. Intro to the Book of Psalms. Some of you may be familiar with the Book of Psalms, but the unique thing about the Psalms, when you talk about the Psalms, is that in the regular other books of the Bible, the Torah again is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. And all the prophetic books, the books of the prophets, those are like Isaiah and Jeremiah, and the prophets that God raised up to send to the north and south kingdoms. In those books, God is speaking to the people through someone else. So in those books, what you have God using a speaker to speak to the people, to the masses. And so when we switch it over to the book of Psalms, it's the opposite. You have the people expressing to God, talking to God. And so there are different categories of Psalms, and you are going to be responsible with knowing these categories. Um, you have hymns or songs of praise, when people will write songs of worship and praise towards God. Then you have songs of thanksgiving, when people would just declare to God how thankful they were for things that He had done for them. Psalms of lament, psalms that just where they wept and cried about some mishap that had happened, and they would declare to God their sadness. And then you have psalms of wisdom and instruction, and then you would have just psalms that would acknowledge divine blessing and divine cursing. And you also have psalms of prayer. And just to look at a couple of examples, Psalm 100. It tells you at the beginning, the very first line, that this is a psalm for giving thanks. And it goes through, it says, "Make a joyful noise, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into His presence with singing." And then it gets to verse 4. "Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise." So this is a psalm, a well-known psalm in many churches for giving thanks. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. All of the people need to make a joyful shout. Let's look at another one. Psalm 1. "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law he meditates day and night." And it gets down to verse 4, and it says that the wicked are not so. But the blessed man, he's like a tree planted by streams of water. You see the simile there. Actually, allegory, as we discussed in class. He gives the allegory of a man like a tree, and then he describes it as being planted by streams of water and yielding forth fruit in his season, and everything he does, it prospers. And it compares it with the wicked. The wicked are not so. They're like the chaff that the wind blows away. So that is an acknowledgement of divine blessing and cursing. Psalm 19, this is a song to the choir master, a song of David. And he says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky proclaims His handiwork." And he's just going through using figures of speech to declare. Um, he's describing the heavens as a conscious person. So you have personification, where the heavens are declaring the glory of God, and day to day is pouring out speech, and night is revealing knowledge. And this is another song to the choir master with string instruments, a song. So you see Psalm 67 is a song that they sung to the God. "Let the people praise you. Let all the peoples praise you." So here in Psalm 17 and also in Psalms 90, you see these are prayers. Psalm 17 is a prayer of David. And he starts out, and this is just an excerpt from it. "Here are just calls, O Lord. Attend to my cry. Give ear to my prayer from lips free of deceit." He's saying, my lips, I'm not going to lie. And then Psalms 90 is a prayer of Moses. A lot of people, they didn't know that Moses actually had a psalm that he wrote. "Lord, you have been our dwelling place in all generations." That is a very good psalm to read. So Psalm 90 is a prayer of Moses. And so we'll get into this next time, but Psalms, we'll talk about some of the different musical expressions inside of the Psalms, and we'll talk about that in class the next time.